Hello and welcome to Maachranga News. This is Anika Siraj. A good number of holidaymakers are still leaving the city to celebrate Eid with their families in different parts of the country, as they could not start traveling earlier in the week due to the inadequate transport facilities. For transport operators who were struggling to cope with the mad rush in the past week, even Tuesday seemed to have facilitated a significant number of passengers at the train stations. Long lines of ticket seekers were seen in Kamlapur station. Train travelers were seen waiting anxiously for regular and on-time scheduled services. Railway officials said that Dhaka-bound trains on Tuesday and Wednesday would see returning passengers. Meanwhile, the hustling, bustling of bus terminals of Dhaka looked no different today, as many people, though late, have started their journey for home.
মানে কষ্ট যেন না হয় তার জন্য মানে ঈদের পরের দিন যাচ্ছি।
ঈদের আগে সমস্যাযোগ হয়ে ওঠে নাই, কারণ ব্যস্ততা ছিল অনেক বেশি। ঈদের পরে ভাবছি যে রাস্তাঘাট কিছুটা হালকা থাকবে, সেই জন্যই যাওয়ার সিদ্ধান্ত।
ভাবছিলাম যে আজকে নিরিবিলি আরামে এসে যাওয়া যাবে, এখন দেখতেছি এটার উল্টা বিপরীত।
ভিড় ছিল, প্রচুর কাজ ছিল, এখন যাবো বাড়িতে যাওয়ার এই যে ছুটিটা আছে, ছুটিটা কাটানোর জন্য।
Dhaka wore a deserted look on Tuesday as tens of thousands of people left the capital for country homes to celebrate Eid with their dear and near ones. However, it lays the city's tourist and entertainment places abuzz with thousands of men, women and children. Elsewhere in the country, similar situation was reported in Chittagong, Bandarban, Cox's Bazar and Sylhet. Holidaymakers and tourists alike thronged in places like Neelachal, Meghla, Shoilopropat, Chimbuk, Nilgiri, among other attractive spots. A good chunk of people went to Nagaon's Shompur Bodho Bihar as part of their holiday resolution. Meanwhile, DC Eco Park, located at the historic Meherpur district, welcomed a large number of visitors. The recreational facilities in the capital, amusement parks, museums, gardens and other places of interest experiencing increased crowd. Road Transport Minister Obaidul Qadir said on Tuesday that the next general election will be held under the National Election Commission. In response to opposition BNP's repeated call for an interim pause-time government, Obaidul Qadir said Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina would not administer the pause. Mr. Qadir, who is also the General Secretary of Awami League, made the comment while inspecting a bridge construction work at Daudkandi, Kumilla.
অধীনে তো নির্বাচন হবে না, নির্বাচন হবে নির্বাচন কমিশনের অধীনে। আর নির্বাচনকালীন সময়ে শেখ হাসিনার সরকারি সহায়ক সরকারের ভূমিকা পালন করবে, এটাই আমাদের সংবিধানের নিয়ম। সংবিধানে যেভাবে সেনাবাহিনীর ভূমিকা নির্ধারিত আছে, ঠিক সেভাবে সেনাবাহিনী নির্বাচন কমিশনের ইচ্ছা অনুযায়ী দায়িত্ব পালন করবে।
A member of Border Guard Bangladesh went missing in the Tista River while chasing cattle smugglers in Dohogram Upozila of Lalmonirhat district early on Tuesday. The victim was identified as Lance Naik Shumon Hauladar. Lalmonirhat 15 BGB Battalion Commander Lieutenant Colonel Golam Morshid confirmed the incident. Lance Naik Shumon of Rangpur BGB 61 gone missing when a team of BGB men went to the bordering area in the Upozila and chased a group of smugglers around 2:30 a.m. A BGB rescue team with a few speedboats of Indian BSF have already launched a rescue operation to trace the missing BGB man. Now international news. President Trump and Prime Minister Narendra Modi agreed to expand cooperation on combating terrorism, stabilizing Afghanistan, and overcoming trade differences. While speaking to media at the White House, Modi said he was touched with the grand welcome he and his delegation have received during the trip. The two also discussed improved trade links. It was the first time the two leaders had met face to face. Prime Minister Modi and President Trump have also urged Pakistan to ensure its territory is not used to launch terror attacks. Mr. Trump, who also regularly posts on Twitter, also described himself and PM Modi as world leaders in social media. The U.S. says it has identified potential preparations for another chemical attack in Syria and issued a stark warning to the Syrian government. The White House said the activities were similar to those made before a suspected chemical attack in April. Dozens died in the attack, which prompted President Trump to order a strike against a Syrian airbase. The U.S. statement warned President Bashar al-Assad of a heavy price if another strike occurred. The U.S. ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, said Russia and Iran, Mr. Assad's key allies, would also be responsible if such an attack took place. That's all from me. Our next bulletin will be in Bangla at 6 p.m. Keep watching Maachranga Television.